Hello guys, welcome to a video for a game, actually the most requested gameplay video on my channel right now. It is Soda Dungeon, a game I haven't looked into for a very long time. What's that? Fabulo, hello? Alright, new stuff. I hail from the Lair of Despair. Wow, you're responsible for killing all the monsters that sent down to me where they're subjected to my... Wow, this is so cool. They're running out of place down there. Could you take a break? Or it's wow, this is so cool. I don't mean to be rude. Okay, so we're getting a new dungeon in here. Wow, this is so cool. I haven't played this game for ages. I stored it under my amazing games to play later folder. I thought I had deleted it, but now I can see we have a new thing in here. This is gonna be great. Alright, so a new thing where we're starting from scratch, so I don't even know where to begin this video, guys. I'm going to fire up my default party kind of thing with whatever equipment they're just defaulting to do. I'm using dark mages for insane damage, and then I am using a knight so that I won't get any bad surprises, and I should probably be including a thief, but I'm not going to. So this is the setup I was running with the last time I was playing the game, all about getting more gold, getting better items, and I don't know how hard this Lair of Despair is going to be. I am quite advanced in this game. I have come a very 232 hit points on that one, so not that much of a challenge for my dark mages necro blast. Let's just be honest about it. But just Fabuloso said that this is a new and harder dungeon. And what the information also said was that our progression here is limited by our progression in the normal dungeon. I think I am at 100,000 or 200,000 or something like that in the normal dungeons. So hopefully I'm going to be able to push a very, very good deal in this new Lair of Despair, where we have monsters with new designs themed for holidays, and I have no idea what kind of loot this is completely new to me, guys, so I'm actually pretty hyped about this. I don't know if you guys are playing in the Lair of Despair already. I guess you are, but this is new to me, completely new, and by the looks of it, I am going to have to play here for quite some time before I reach a difficulty level that matches up with where I am progression wise in the game. Right now we're just doing the one-shot everything kind of thing, which also is, I think, a bit of an indication that I'm not going to be expecting to see new interesting loot for the first quite a few rounds in here, or levels, I guess we should call it. Don't worry, guys. In this video here, right now I'm just looking at it. I'm amazed. I'm really thrilled and happy. I can see the game mechanics are the same, which is super cool. It means that the game is the same, just harder. Like we had the 3 bosses where you can only damage one when the 2 others are gone, as in it doesn't get hit by area. So things are the same, but in a different way, and I really like that. And so far the loot I have seen is the same, and I'm thinking if the difficulty doesn't scale like crazy, I'm just going Cutelius, I hope you're laughing it up. Oh, so now we're gonna be meeting all the bosses again, just with new names. Oh, now die. Yeah, you have 1600 life. I'm dealing millions of damage. I think we're gonna be able to do this for a bit of a while. So, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. This was just so unexpected, really, and really amazing. If I can do 500 levels. I'm just gonna be doing that in this first relook at Soda Dungeon, where I am playing with my... I have 2 saves. I have this one here being my main save, the one where I have progressed like crazy in the game. And then I had one that I was using as a sort of a campaign, recording everything that was going on in the game. Because I like doing the campaign style series where everything is being recorded, but the amount of time I had to put into making the series compared to the amount of players that wanted to view it just didn't really match up, so I kind of buried that series along with a lot of others I've tried to make over the 2 years or so I have been doing YouTube by now. But luckily I did not delete the game, so I can go in here now and just crush it like crazy in the Lair of Despair with my Necroblast, just crushing everything on their way. That is so amazing. But I do have both saved still, and to those of you out there that are following either one of the Soda Dungeon video series, if you do want to see a bit more of the manual gameplay, then perhaps I will dig into that once I have gotten a better idea about what this new Lair of Despair thing is. Right now I'm just looking at these monsters getting necro-blasted away, and I'm personally pretty hyped about this and look forward to seeing what kind of new stuff we're getting, because there was a bit of a teaser message saying that we could find new items in here if we looked hard. And I like looking hard. Oh yes I do. I am a sucker for grind like crazy. Give me something to tap on for ages, or mine in a game, or like endlessly grind levels in a dungeon. That's my domain. That's where I really, I don't know if I shine, but that is the stuff that really makes me going. So I am on now. You can definitely expect to see more Soda Dungeon videos from me from now on till I have bashed the bits and bytes out of this Lair of Despair. You're not going to be able to prevent me from playing this game. Nothing can. Absolutely, this is... I can see the amount of health is Lexums. Look at that one. A cat. Yeah, with a little ball. Oh, that is so amazing. Another chance to defeat you. Nah, Lexums, I think you're gonna have to do harder than that. This here is the team setup that we have here. Normally, if things were close to dangerous, I would also include possibly a thief or a healer, but it looks as if the dark mages are more than capable here. We do have loads of new characters that I haven't been looking that much into. The Innkeeper, the Wizard, the Gladiator, and stuff like that. And the reason why I never really took those characters up while I was playing was because I didn't reach a point in the game where I had any problems. My dark mages are so strong that they just kind of blast through everything, or at least they did the last time I played it, so I had no need for extra power or extra abilities. It was mostly about finding the really cool item combinations and then continuously upgrade these dark mages, and of course with the caps options they just got even more silly in terms of power, like crazy. And if we're gonna be seeing new, even stronger items in the Lair of Despair here, it's gonna be gank time for sure. Oh yes it is. So 745 is what we're looking at health-wise now. Climbing with 10 points for every level right now. Yeah, so if we need to add like 10 million hit points to these, then we need to go quite a bit further into the dungeon. Yeah, 1 million levels, but I think it's gonna scale more than just the 10 hit points on each, and of course the bosses being a lot stronger than the other. 777. Oh boy, lucky number. Yeah, So now that we have this gang team going, I guess I can like refresh a little bit of the strengths about the kind of team that I like running in Soda Dungeon. Obviously the Dark Mages are the go-to ones for damage, at least in my book. They are the most effective for taking out anything. Area damage, single damage, you name it, they just wipe out stuff. So they are the main damage dealers, and they can do that only if you have a knight with you. That is super important. So the Dark Mages may be like the class that makes everything die, but the knight is the reason the Dark Mages can kill stuff. Why is that? When you have a knight, Ganji, when you have a knight in your team, you cannot get ambushed. You cannot get a bad thing out of the portals, meaning that you're always going to have the initiative in battles. When you get ambushed, the monsters can attack you first. When you get a trap, you can take different types of damage, your characters can fall asleep, so things can happen to you before you have a chance to react. But when you have a knight in your team, you always have the initiative, so you always have a chance to do your damage before the opponent can do anything. And that is silly when you have something such as the Dark Mages that can do so much damage. So as long as you have one knight in your team, or at least the knight ability, then you're going to be able to deal 3 or 4 times your Necroblast damage, and that is an area damage, so it means everything on the table, so to say, is going to be taking this damage. It is crazy strong. So as long as you don't face an opponent that has more health than what 4 Necroblasts can deal in damage, you can just wash through the levels. There is no reason to think about anything going melee damage or thinking about damage reduction, because nothing is ever going to hit you. That is like how I play Soda Dungeon, how I have found out that it works really well for me. Make sure to deal more damage than your opponent has in health, and keep the initiative at all times. Then you cannot lose. Obviously at some point, if the game just keeps going on, you're not going to be able to outdamage your opponent, but perhaps just one opponent is going to be surviving. Another thing you may be thinking is, okay, I'm going to be running out of spell points. I'm going to be running out of mana. But that's another, we just saw it, the fountain came up. So obviously you can equip different items or use a pet that gives you mana regeneration. But again, if you have a knight in your team, when you warp you have a high chance, or these choose a path, to reach a fountain. So instead of going somewhere nasty, you're going to get a refill on your mana, your spell points. So you're never gonna run out. Of course you need enough to go some amount of blasts. But as you can see, here we have it again, fountain. Full mana, all the time. Either we walk to a treasure, further in the map, or we get a fountain. Those are the options we have. All good things. Personally, I like the fountain the most because it makes sure that I can just go forever. And that is how I really like playing games such as Soda Dungeon. So we're at level 400 now, Telwick. Turtle. This is super cool. This is absolutely amazing. I always love playing Soda Dungeon. It is filled with humor, and it is like so much of the same you do all the time, but at the same time it is just crazy fun. And so I can see why you guys have been asking me to do more of Soda Dungeon, because it is really an amazing game to be playing. Right now when I'm playing it, I just forgot how much I really enjoyed playing it. But then again, so many cool games out there, and yeah, so much to choose between. But I'm really happy you guys brought this up again, and I'm super happy that I didn't delete my games, because it allows me to go directly here into the new Lair of Despair and just crush things like crazy. So we are closing in on 2,000 hit points on the monsters here. Still not at level 500, but I'm thinking right around the corner we're gonna hit level 500. Then I'm gonna jump out of the dungeon. We're gonna check out what loot I have found during these first 500 levels, and I don't have that high expectations for this, because this is like the newbie part of the Lair of Despair, I guess. Especially, considering the low health of these monsters, this is something most players will be able to do pretty briefly after hitting this dimension in the game. But then I'm probably going to leave my phone running overnight, and then I'm going to be sharing an update with my new findings once I have put a few more levels behind me, so that we can check out, well, not check out, but hopefully check out some new loot that would be really cool. Really cool. So let's see. So another thing, sometimes if I am overpowered, like I am here, I would generally add in a thief, and that is because adding in a thief gives you all 3 chests. When you have an option such as this, then you get all 3 instead of just getting 1. And if you are on loot runs, and that is what I generally consider myself to be in this game, then you want to open all the chests. So I'm probably also going to be playing with another thief. So like 3 dark mages, a knight, and a thief is going to be the setup that I'm expecting to be running with here in Soda Dungeon from level 500, and I don't know when I'm gonna be posting an update. When in the morning is when I'm gonna be looking at the phone. When I go to sleep, I'm gonna leave it, and then I'm gonna be recording it once I get up. That is my plan, but things can change. Lil Daisy, of course, why not? Talk about boring. No, this is not boring, not at all boring. This is really amazing. Don't you worry about it. I'll be just fine down here or anywhere really. Oh yeah, really good times. So guys, that was 500 levels in the new Lair of Despair, or well, new to me anyway, here in Soda Dungeon. Let's pick a treasure and then jump out of the dungeon to see what kind of goodies we have been getting. Exit dungeon. Yes, we lose it all, but we keep the goodies. Arcane quartz, alright. So that's a good one. That's definitely something I want to be looking into. And then loads of like the normal kind of stuff as I was expecting. So I'm thinking we're gonna be looking at a lot more really cool loot once I have a chance to progress even further in the game. Oh yes, I am. So yeah, nothing really interesting here. Alright guys, that was what I had to share in Soda Dungeon this time around. Rest assured that I am gonna be back with another update once I have had a chance to beat a few more mobs in the dungeon. As always guys, thank you very much for watching.